Well, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, March 29th, I believe. Haven't had a video up in a while. Just been really busy. Lots going on in my end of the town. Not a lot done on the old Model A. It's kind of gone to the back burner here for a little bit. Mostly just because I'm busy, but lack of funds too at the moment. But we got some money coming in here, so start ordering more parts up and keep going on this. But at the moment, the shop looks like a graveyard for small block Chevys. I mean, I think there's 4 of them around here now. And the reason being, I'm sure you guys remember the 429 Cadillac build I was doing last year. Well, it really wasn't a build, it was more of a disassemble. But we've been looking all winter and trying to find, this and that and the machine work, and it's actually that block that's sitting, right there. That's the one that's got the rusty hole in it. By the time we get through, boring it out and new pistons and everything we need, those motors are expensive to rebuild. We're looking at almost $3,500, $4,000, depending on the water pump, and it's just too much money. So we thought about putting a small block Chevy in. And we went over there one day and we measured it up, and so he had 2 of them, and this one over here was supposed to be the good one. So I picked this one up. Figured I'd just, pull it apart quick, make sure it looks good. Maybe a oil pump, bearings, obviously a timing chain, maybe a cam. But once I got into it, I don't know if that's going to show up or not with the glare there, but these main bearings are just grooved like you wouldn't believe. Well, needless to say, the crankshaft looks about as bad. So by the time you rip it all apart and rebuild it, now you're into it for more money than we wanted to put in. So that one was a no-go. So we had this one over here that we didn't know anything about, other than we knew it was a crate motor. So we dug this one out. I blew this apart last week, and it's actually in really nice shape. It's got very low miles on it. I mean, there's no ridge at all in the cylinders. Looks like the guy, whoever had it, never changed oil. It was pretty gummed up inside, and the heads were pretty gummed up. This one here I got lapped in, so it's just a matter of putting this one together. And I got new springs and all that. And then last night I worked on these heads. These are actually the heads for orange peel, the motor. Figure since I got the shop cleaned up now for engine building instead of grinding and welding, I need to get this motor done. So this one too got cleaned up, lapped the valves in, new seals, springs, retainers. So that's that. And orange peel's motor, that's the one in the bag right there. And then I got the call this week that my 283 was done from the machine shop. So I ran up to Fond du Lac and picked that up. But this one here is now poked out 40 over. They had a sleeve, I think it was number 1 cylinder, something like that. It was just too far gone to make a cleanup, was 40 over, so they sleeved that one. Crank only had to get turned 10, so that's cool. And I got my pistons, put on the rods, gasket set, I think it's this gasket set here. And there's engine parts over there, and there's engine parts over here, and it's just stuff everywhere. But for the most part, this 350 here is a hot one, so I gotta get this one going. So hopefully by the end of the weekend I'll have it pretty much all assembled, ready to fire. And then I still gotta make the motor mounts for the caddy. We'll do that before I put the motor in. And I'll try to bring you guys along for that. And other than that, it's just been, like I said, busy. But it's been pretty icky, cold, snowy, rainy here, except for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be like 58, almost 60. But it's that's a John Kerry day, which is pretty rare for Wisconsin this time of year. And it was warm enough to warrant bringing orange peel out. Fired it up this morning for the first time since I think it was like first week of December. And she crackled off pretty good actually. But I know I parked it with good gas in it. I didn't put the reformulated gas in, so that made a big difference. And the only casualty I see from winter, I know you body guys are going to be cringing about this, but you have to remember I don't paint. But a section of paint came off this winter. So I have to sand that up today and put something on there so it don't get rusty. But considering I basically painted this with, you know, well, I'm not going to say how I painted it, but either way, we'll fix that up quick. It'll be good enough. So, that's my update. Like I said, pretty boring. Nothing too exciting. But, I got a mail call to do here, so either it'll be before this or after this, but you'll see it. So, stay tuned.